marks time with every passing year. Find your reminiscences. Distant light, visible by day, never shine more bright. Not under cloak of night. Giving guidance and courage to those wandering far from the bright hope of day. There is no home for us here, and we're searching for a land at the end of break of day. There is no home for us here, and we're searching for a land at the end of break of day. There is no home for us here, yet we're searching for a way at the end of break of Well, hello all. Welcome to The Wandering Bard. I am Jeremy Grafe, and I am coming to you live for the last time from Pennsylvania for at least a little while.
Yeah. Your journey starts Friday.
Yeah, next week on Monday night, I will hopefully be well ensconced at my camp at the Arizona Renaissance Festival,
Yeah.
where Mark Williams and I are going to be performing for their whole season, which is every weekend in February and March.
And you know where you're going to be, right?
Yeah, we're going to be back at the Monks Park stage, which is right at the gate. So if you come at the beginning of the day, you will get to see us right in the gate when you come in. I think our schedule is the same as last year. I'm going to be posting the times on the website pretty soon. I have to do a major website update before I leave because, well, some of you might know I've been working on a solo album for a while now, and it's done. Well, let me preface that by saying the main part of the recording is done.
Yeah.
So Vid Wegner and I are going to be working on mixing that when I get out to Arizona. And hopefully we'll have a release date by mid-February. But I'm really happy about what we have. It's looking like we have 10 songs that are going to be on it. And aside from a special guest appearance by our good friend Jimmy Gagliardi, I play and sing everything so far. So there may be some additional vocals that get added in Arizona. There might be some special guest vocalists. But by and large, you are going to be hearing something that I made on my own, which I'm pretty excited about because, well, if I'm honest, that's part of the reason why it took so long. So here we are. But I'm really excited about this album. Those of you who have been tuning into the show for a while will hear some, hopefully by now, old favorites in some slightly new settings. So Of course, my vocals and 12-string acoustic guitar are the foundation for everything, but I'm very much making an album that I think, if I'm honest, I've wanted to make since I was about 15. So it's going to show very strong influences from the post-punk that I love, which is to say The Cure and Susie and the Banshees and Joy Division and Psychedelic Furs and The Cult and all of those great bands that made the early and mid-'80s so wonderful. And there will be some more recent influences like Leprous and Radiohead, which I'm really... Hopefully it won't be too obvious. But anyway, I hope you will all get a chance to listen to it. And I will be posting pre-orders on the website probably within the next month or so. So do keep... sign up for the newsletter. That's the best way to find out. JeremyGrafeMusic.com. Sign up for the newsletter. There's going to be a major redesign that happens before I leave, so hopefully you'll get a chance to see the nice, fresh coat of paint that I put on it. Some new photos, maybe change around some of the features. And actually, now that I have you all here, let me know what you think in the comments. If I would start maybe blogging again and putting that on the website, would that be of interest to all of you? If I would do the blog, I would probably add that to one of the things that would come out as part of the newsletter. And it could be a lot of different things. If I would have been doing it over the last few months, it probably would have been mostly centered on the album, but basically just what's going on, however that looks. And as a spoiler, there are going to be a couple other records that get recorded this year. Mark and I are actually looking at recording an early music album to sell at Ren Fairs. So that'll probably happen before the end of February. And then we're looking out ahead, and we are thinking about recording a Christmas album. So there is a very high chance that you will get to hear about that creative process as well, if a blog is of interest to you fine folks. So, this album has been really a joy to make. I mean, it's taken a long time. I wanted to do this album 5 years ago, and COVID happened. And I made a decision to learn how to do everything myself, and I don't regret that at all. Anyway, I'm really excited for you all to hear it. I'm going to be playing some more items from the album. I think one of the things that I wanted to keep for the record was like making sure that the basis on which I wrote it, like the acoustic guitar, was going to shine through. And I think in the final mixes, hopefully that'll stay. Although there are definitely electric guitars and drums and bass and keyboards and the whole thing. But I'm really excited. Anyway, I'm going to play some more music because we can talk a little bit more later. There's other updates. There's other things to talk about. Hopefully everybody is warm and safe tonight. I'm assuming if you're tuning in that those things are true, but I take nothing for granted.
Glisten
love it. Just ends. It's like, yeah.
Well, for those of you who are listening, that is Warrior Song. That is going to be on the upcoming album. I'm really excited about it. It's, yeah, I'm really happy about the way the album has come out. For those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
I'm coming out with an album in the next few months.
Yay,
and,
new album
Yeah,
that we've been talking about for years.
For
now.
years.
For years. So
years in the making.
years in the making, and you've all been kind of along the
Yeah, many of you have been on this journey with us the whole time.
So cool.
Yeah, you've heard a lot of the songs right here at the Wandering Bard over these past years as they've made their debuts.
Yep.
And there are songs on the album that are about 5 years old, and there are some that are only a few months old.
Like the song you just played is only a few months old.
Yeah, it's only a few months old, and there's a few songs on there that are, well, by the time it comes out, will be a few months old, but are still only a few weeks old.
I know. It's kind of like a really cool compilation of like progress, and we've heard the songs over and over, but I'm really excited how the album turned out because spoiler, I've got to hear it. So I mean, not
many mixes,
but not the final mix. So I'm excited to see the final one. So I know we can't wait to share it with you all.
So for more news like this, go over to jeremygrapemusic.com and sign up for the newsletter, which may be having more updates per week as
yeah, I think that'd be great.
Social media is untrustworthy. You
Yeah.
don't get all of the updates, friends. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
I can post things and scream into the void, but they are not heard by you fine people. So if you want to know what's going on, signing up at the website is the best way to do it. Actually, while we're talking about upcoming news, a very important date to mark your calendars for is on Wednesday, February the 5th. The Wandering Bard is moving. That's right, friends. Wednesdays will be for wanderers starting in February. We are also moving to a new time. We will be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're moving to a new day and time starting in February. Friends, this is a very exciting thing because as I travel around the country, I am hopefully going to try and live stream from new and exotic locations around the country. And hopefully I will be able to bring some new guests in. Some musical guests that maybe you might not hear because you're not in a part of the country where these fine folks perform. And hopefully get some nice interviews with a few of the variety show folk as well, as I am friends with a few of the circus kids. And they have a really interesting, just a very interesting method of working on what they do. And I'm always fascinated to hear how people put their shows together and how they prepare for their shows and what festival stuff that they love. Because a lot of us have been on this side of the curtain for a bit, and it's nice to see how the wonder of it all doesn't entirely fade after you've been doing this for a long time. So hopefully I'll get a chance to share more of that with all of you fine folks in the coming months. Anything for the good of the order? Excellent.
Oh, do you know Christmas with the Devil?
Christmas with the Devil. No, but I bet the recipes are quite good.
Play the song.
I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications, diving in too deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations. I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just my imagination. Day after day it reappears. Night after night my heartbeat shows the fear. Those appear and fade away. Alone between to walk the streets, smell desperation. At least there's pretty lights, though there's little variation. Nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day it reappears. Night after night my heartbeat shows the fear. Disappear and fade away. Back another day. I can't get to sleep. Think about the implications of diving in too deep. Possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations now. I know it'll be alright. It's just overkill. Day after day it reappears. Night after night my heartbeat shows the fear. Disappear and fade away. Disappear and fade away. Disappear and fade away. Classic song Overkill by Men at Work.
Oh, don't worry, Heather already got it.
Good work, Heather. I knew I could count on you.
Of course, other people probably did too, but she was just the one that commented in the chat. So,
Well, I would have expected no less from Heather.
yeah.
Thank you, Heather.
I mean, I'm sure Carlos is over there like, hey, what about me? I know that song too. And probably Judith too, I would assume.
I would hope.
I would hope, Judith.
That's part of your cultural heritage, Judith. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, I'm leaving for Phoenix.
Yeah,
very soon
traveling.
for the Arizona Renaissance Fair Festival.
We're getting everything in order.
Yeah.
of-
Mark and I are meeting up early next week to begin rehearsing. Mark and I haven't played together since June,
Yeah.
which feels like a very long time ago.
Yeah, in Jersey. You had a
Yeah.
weekend in Jersey together.
Yeah, the year has been very packed, friends. I will say that the last 6 months feel like about 3 years. And I'm really excited to get back to performing with Mark and getting back to one of our very favorite festivals to perform at. So
And where is that?
we are going to be at the Arizona Renaissance Festival all through February and March. We're once again going to be at the Monks Park stage, which is right at the gate. And we will be sharing a stage with our friends, the Rambling Sailors, once more.
Awesome.
So we're very excited to get a chance to hang out with them during the day. And
Yeah.
we're also planning on playing the lanes a wee bit. And I can say that if you do see us in the lanes, we may play stuff that we play on stage, but we have more songs that I kind of have in my head will work better in the lanes than they do on the stage. So we kind of want to create even more atmosphere and like even more excitement and interest around the Shire of Fairhaven as we play completely different music for most of the day. Our sets for sure at our shows will be different from each other unless a visiting dignitary requests something. But I'm really, really looking forward to the repertoire that we've got. We're going to be adding a few things, which might take a week or two to roll out, but it's very exciting to have some new originals as well as some new folk songs to add into the mix this year.
Oaken Raven wants to know, do you have a travel song list ready? So what's your traveling music and other things? Listening, pleasure, driving.
Yeah, so my listening habits especially when I'm on long trips. I have a whole list of podcasts queued up. The big one is I am a big fan of the Midst podcast. So it is somewhat surreal, somewhat of a Western, somewhat of a space opera. They are currently into their second long-form story called Unend, which takes place decades after the original Midst story. And I'm probably going to listen to a good bit of that while I'm packing, but I will listen to that a lot on the road. And the episodes for Midst are relatively short. They're about a half hour long for the most part. So I will probably handily get caught up on the 13 or 14 episodes that are currently out. And I also have a lot of my favorite records loaded on my phone. So one of my habits, if I'm out driving around, is I will go to like the downloaded songs that I have and just shuffle them. So there's every chance that I will listen to Meshuggah or Ella Fitzgerald or Joy Division or the Cocteau Twins or Bad Brains or Metallica or Iron Maiden. Like, it's all equally likely in a lot of ways.
And you just like re-uploaded a bunch of your music to your phone.
Yeah, I uploaded a lot of stuff. I uploaded a lot of records that I haven't heard, or I uploaded whole discographies of certain bands that I only had a few of the albums, just because it's been so long, and it's nice to get a little bit of a refresh, because as we get older, our tastes change a bit, and I've noticed that the more music I play, the more I will appreciate things, even if I'm not completely drawn in by them. So I'm excited to hear how other songwriters are doing things. So that's another thing that I'm going to do. The third listening option is I have a fairly lengthy playlist that is the entire repertoire of what not only Mark and I will play, but also stuff that I'm either learning or want to work on memorizing. So that will get shuffled as well. And I'll practice singing probably for a few hours every day on the way out, because I'm going to be doing a lot of driving. The Arizona Renaissance Festival is about 2,200 miles from our place. So it's a solid 4 days of driving. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I do have some planned stops where I'll be able to kind of like relax and stretch and the whole thing. But mostly it's going to be a lot of driving. And I have 3 big listening options kind of ready for all that. So yeah, really excited about it. The random playlists of, if you've got the memory on a phone and you've got Bluetooth enabled in the car, it's a really great way to keep yourself occupied on a ride, because you have no idea, like literally no idea what's going to come up next. And, it's easy enough to skip a song or two, but usually it's really cool to hear how things kind of change, sometimes very abruptly, stylistically, because, like I said, I'm pretty musically omnivorous. So it's just as likely that you'll hear Skinny Puppy on my stereo as Wu-Tang Clan or Johnny Cash or Hank Williams. So I'm really looking forward to the time out. I'm really looking forward to seeing parts of the country that I usually only get to see when I'm driving somewhere. And so that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to all that. Anyway, so all the things you wanted to know, and probably more than you wanted to know, about my listening habits while on the road. And then we return to more music. Another one on the forthcoming album. And this is a song that I wrote pretty much immediately after I read Between Two Fires by Chris Buehlman. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. Christopher Buehlman is an excellent writer. His stuff usually gets put in the horror section, and it probably should be there for a lot of reasons, but it's got so much more depth than that, and I would commend you to it. I think he's definitely one of the most interesting writers that's currently working in horror or high fantasy. So do check him out. And a book that I would recommend as an excellent starting point would be Between Two Fires, which this book is based on. Ah. Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's good. I'm just sitting here thinking, oh man, you're traveling and this is going to be our little last Wandering Bard here
Yeah.
on a Monday.
On a Monday.
Here.
No. We're going to have a couple more Mondays.
With you, as us together, I would say.
That's right.
Next week, I'm going to run a clip and chat.
Yeah.
Clip and chat show.
Tune in next week. Lori's got she's got a bit of a greatest hits for the next couple of Mondays for you all. We're going to be tell them about a little bit.
Oh, it's just gonna find some videos with our guests that we had
Uh-huh.
You remember who was on.
That's right. So it should be no surprise that Jules Schrader is going to be reappearing magically before you all, as will Colin Purcell, Grace Taylor, Dora Violette, probably a couple other folks too, maybe. Oh yeah, Vid Wegner and Mark Williams. So that'll be a lot of the gang showing up, and that'll be really fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to dig through the archives of the Bard show, the Wandering Bard.
Yeah, and I will be out on the road with a shiny new cellular service.
Ooh.
So I might actually have reception out in the desert this year. So
yeah.
if I can, I will show up.
That would be cool.
But next Monday, I will be arriving in Arizona and setting up camp. So we'll see how that goes, because it's going to depend a little bit when I arrive and how quickly I can get checked in and all the rigmarole that goes with setting up camp. So, yeah. So tune in next week, where Lori will be presenting some of her favorite moments from the last year. Traveled many miles and
Hey, is that a new song?
It's newish.
Newish. Judith was asking.
Yeah, that one, I wrote that one at the end of October. As some of you may or may not know, Lori and I celebrate our anniversary at the end of October, and that was my anniversary gift to her this year. So they say the 19th wedding anniversary. That's not 19. I wanted to get ahead of it. It's our 19th year together.
Yes, it's our 19th year together. Correct. Well, coming into our 20th year together.
We've got a few months
We
before
got a few
that.
months, yeah. Who's counting? Who's counting?
Evidently not me. Well, friends, if you've been watching the news, you are probably just as disturbed by seeing what's going on in Los Angeles as we are. And of course, it's heartbreaking to see so many thousands of homes destroyed and a city that, well, I certainly have a great affection for in such a place. So thoughts and prayers are all right, but giving to the Red Cross is a really great thing too. I've been reposting things that you can do if you want to help. I'm sure you can find a lot of great trusted charities that are on the ground right now trying to help people first survive what's going on right now, and then secondly rebuild their lives. So I know there's a great deal of resilience in Los Angeles, and I know a lot of Angelinos, it's always in the back of their minds, what's going to happen if there's a big earthquake. And this is maybe not the disaster that everyone expected, but I have faith that there is such strength and there is such spirit in Los Angeles. And this is for them. But I'm burned and left Well, friends, I am grateful that you are all here with us tonight at the Wandering Bard for my last stream from home for the next few months.
Yeah. I'm glad you're all with us on this journey together at the Wandering Bard.
But we have some bad news.
What?
Yep. We only have time for one more song.
Oh, no.
On the plus side, though, we have time for one more song.
Oh, my God.
All the money I had, I spent it in good company, and all the that I've done, alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that's only as my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart wrong. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls to my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Friends, thank you for hanging out with us tonight here at the Wandering Bard. I am Jeremy Grafe. Lori is behind the controls.
That's true. I'm right here.
Friends, I will not see you live next week, but Lori will.
Yep. I'm going to run a clip and chat.
So, see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Love you all. Good night.
Good night, friends.